What's up, B&G? We're coming into Friday. Friday, bad hair day. So that's why we got the hat on. Shout outs to Ben's Bait. Also feeling a little bit under the weather. So it'll be fine. I'll tough through it. Let's get it. Now why you clicked today is because you saw that down here is overdrafted wide receivers, homies that you should not be drafting at their ADP. I want to shoot this one out because you guys like the shorter videos, so we're gonna try to make shorter videos. But now, of course, this list is IMO in my opinion. Please comment down below if you disagree, if you have any disagreements. That was the same thing 2 times, but also if there's any other players that you aren't taking at their current ADP, specifically wide receivers. This is wide receivers week, homie. Alright, we're juiced up. Let's get at homie number uno, Nook, DeAndre Hopkins. Now this one will probably be the toughest one to convince you of, but I'm telling you, do not draft DeAndre Hopkins at his ADP. So currently being drafted as wide receiver 2 and the 8th overall pick. He also finished as wide receiver 1 with 96 receptions, 1,378 yards, and 13 tutties last year. He went off, so there's tons of hype around him this year, and probably reasonably so. But I'm telling you guys, pump the brakes a little bit. We got the trucker's hat right here. Pump them brakes. So I can almost 100% guarantee he is not hitting 13 touchdowns this year. We can guarantee a decreased touchdown mark. So reason being is Deshaun Watson and his target share. Alright, so Deshaun Watson's touchdown rate just is not going to happen again. He hit 9.3 last year, and that's non-repeatable. Carson Wentz hit 7 point something last year, and experts can guarantee that even that number's not going to happen. So with a full year of Deshaun Watson, we are not going to see the touchdown mark that Nook set up last year. My next concern with him is his target share. He led the league with the highest target share last year with 35%, and that will not happen. Considering one, Will Fuller is hopefully back and healthy, and this is the highest target share we've seen since 2013. Generally, on average, we see like a 4.1 decreased percentage from the year they led the league to the next. So we can realistically expect, instead of 35 this year, maybe 30% for Nook. And 30% is definitely a reasonable mark, but the only issue is there's only been one receiver ever to repeat as the leader of their target share in the NFL and repeat the next year, and that's AB. So in my opinion, we're drafting DeAndre Hopkins because of his 2017 season, when realistically it's not going to repeat in 2018. Will he be a number 1 wide receiver on someone's team in your league? Yes, and he'll do just fine. But drafting him as wide receiver 2, I do not think can be repeatable. Next homie is Mike Evans. So Mike Evans was just a disappointment in 2017, and he will be in 2018. The guy peaked in 2016 with 96 receptions, 1,321 yards, and 12 tuts. I really want to point out here, this really sounds similar to DeAndre Hopkins. But in 2017, he had 1,001 yards, 71 receptions, and 5 touchdowns. The reason being is his decreased target share. So in 2016, he led the league with like 31%, and that's when he went off. 2017, I'm not sure, but I know it decreased. I believe it's like 27%, considering Chris Godwin established himself, Deshaun Jackson's always there, Adam Humphries develops a role, Cam Braid, OJ Howard, and we're just going to see them get better this year. I'm sorry that I can't drop the actual stats. The site I use is actually down right now, but I still want to tell you that his target share is decreasing by the moment, so I recommend you leave him to be drafted by someone else. My next one here is also tough to explain, but you should believe me. So there's no factual evidence here to back this up, except we should expect Sammy Watkins to develop a role eventually in 2018. So Sammy has actually outsnapped Tyreek with 64 snaps versus 67 with the first team. So the only issue with that stat line is specifically their production. Tyreek has 14 receptions and 182 yards and 1 tutty on 16 targets, while Sammy has 1 reception, 14 yards, no tuts on 7 targets. So this is just a prediction of mine. There is no factual evidence that I can tell you that Sammy Watkins is going to outperform Tyreek. But in 2017, the Kansas City Chiefs never really had a true wide receiver 2 minus Travis Kelce, but he's a tight end, and he's still in that offense. And I do think that Sammy Watkins will be a true wide receiver 2 in that O. Next up, T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton should be great this year, but there's other factors to consider. So T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck have been kind of apart for almost 2 years now. Last time they had a full season together was 16, in which T.Y. hit 91 receptions, 1,448 yards, and 6 tutties. But that was before Luck suffered his bad shoulder injury, so we have yet to see what can really happen. But we will see this 2018 season. Luck has looked straight up ugly in preseason. And I know his average depth of throw hasn't been there, and that might change drastically for a deep threat in T.Y. Hilton. Also, I do want to point out that T.Y. also sprained his shoulder this preseason, and that definitely hinders his catching ability, extending for that ball up high. If your shoulder's junk, you're not going to be able to reach as high as you can to high point that ball. And then the final homie should be obvious. I don't even want you guys to draft him, even if it's a good value, is Alshon Jeffrey. So he's still injured with a rotator cuff injury, and he's out until week 3 at least. Now, I don't think they're going to put him on the PUP, so he will be back before week 7, but no guarantees. Also, last year we saw Nelson Aguilar actually carve out a legit role in this offense. He'll be playing in the slot, and he's going to get more red zone targets playing in this depleted Eagles offense. That wraps up the 5 guys. I do think their ADP is just ridiculous and should not be drafted at. There are other guys that I don't necessarily like, but it's not where I would be super upset if I got them at their ADP. But right now, I want to tell you guys, please drop a like down below. It takes 3 seconds, and I appreciate it. Literally, it'll make my day. And like I said before, drop a comment down below if you disagree, you agree, or other people that you don't like or like. That probably wraps up our wide receiver week. We did lots of wide receivers this week, and I hope I helped you guys out just a little bit. Also, I'm assuming lots of drafts will be going on this weekend, and I want to wish you all the best of luck. Please comment down below who you guys got. If you want my opinion, feel free to contact me at Twitter, email me. That's all down below in the description. I tip my hat to you all. Let's go, fella. Peace.